Nobody wants or expects to have any kind of roadside emergency when you're towing your camper, but you never know, and it's better to be safe than sorry. So today I want to show you all the emergency equipment that we carry with us in our tow vehicle in case something happens. All right, I do have to confess that up until yesterday, this tailgate looked nothing as organized as this. We just got these plastic tubs, went through everything, cleaned it up, got rid of stuff that we didn't want, and that's what gave us the idea for this video. So let's just start here in the tailgate. All right, so we have emergency supplies in several different places in this truck bed, so let's start with this plastic tub right here. Okay, so let's start with some of this little bitty stuff. We keep a nylon rope with a carabiner on here. You never know when you're gonna need something like that. We have a tow strap. We have an emergency triangle with reflectors on it in case we have a breakdown or a flat. We can put this out there in the road and people will see us. Leather gloves are a good thing to have when you're going to change a tire or something. Everybody has one of these. Hopefully you never have to use it. It's for breaking a window if you need to. Snap lights, light something up in the dark if you don't have a flashlight. You never know when you're going to need a ratchet strap, Allen wrenches, some paracord, an extra knife. That's a very bright sleeve on that thing. They're going to see you coming. For changing a tire, we have a lot of options. I do carry an impact wrench with me. We carry a 12-volt powered air compressor. Got this one on Amazon. Anything we talk about here that's available on Amazon, there'll be a link to it in our Amazon store. This is a really nice air compressor. It's pretty quiet, won't make your neighbors mad, and you can go ahead and set it for how many pounds you want, and it'll just run till what you set it to, and it'll shut itself off. The negative with this one is it only has a cigarette lighter cord on it. It doesn't have alligator terminals to clip onto your battery. Okay, in case there's no electricity to get those lug nuts off, we do carry a 4-way lug wrench. These things are great for pulling lug nuts off. Way underrated, makes it so much easier. Definitely get one of those if you don't. Spare extension cords, not really an emergency supply, but you know, you gotta have them. An extra tow strap, an extra ratchet strap, some extra nylon rope, and an 8-ton bottle jack. If we ever have a flat tire, we just need to get the truck or the trailer up off the ground. This is going to be much easier to use than the jack that came with the truck. And of course, the Airstream didn't come with a jack at all. Now, if we ever do get a flat on the Airstream out in the road, I don't intend to use this bottle jack. I do have a set of those leveling blocks that are like ramps that you can drive up onto. I'm being kind of lazy. They're all the way in the front compartment of the Airstream, so I'm not going to go dig those out, but I'll put a picture of them right up here on the screen. If you have a 4-tire double axle Airstream, you can drive the trailer up on the tire on that same side the flat's on, and that will get the flat up off the ground, and you don't have to even jack the trailer up at all. All right, in this little bag we have some really strong rubber tape that can seal up a hole in something. We have some electrical tape and some duct tape. We have an emergency blanket. We have another emergency blanket. Man, Blakely thinks it's going to get cold wherever we could break down. We have some epoxy if we ever need to glue something together in an emergency, and that's it in there. We have an emergency roll of toilet paper and an emergency pair of rubber gloves. Hope we never need the toilet paper. All right, let's put all this stuff back in. So I'm showing you all this stuff not because it's a complete list of everything that you need. I'm not a prepper or a survivalist or anything like that, but maybe you'll see something that you hadn't thought about. And if you have any ideas of things that we should add to our emergency supplies, definitely leave a comment below. All right, further back here in the bed of the truck, we have this little dry bag in it, and it just has a pair of regular old jumper cables in it. All right, next plastic tub back here with emergency supplies. Oh wait, this is just actually my tool bag. So I just changed tool bags yesterday. I don't love this tool bag, but I'm gonna give it a shot. But I put it inside this plastic tote because my other tool bag just got ruined from weather. But we just have standard tools, screwdrivers, wrenches, sockets, razors, a tiny little saw, all the kind of thing you need to just fix little things around your trailer or your house. All right, up here in the front of the bed, I carry a 5-gallon diesel container. I only carry 2 gallons of diesel because I don't think I'm going to get into an emergency where I am 5 gallons of diesel away from the next fuel station. Plus it just helps me save some weight and keeps 5 gallons from just sitting here getting unused and getting spoiled. Also carry some antifreeze in case I need to add antifreeze, and to go along with that I carry some distilled water because I have to mix them at a 1-to-1 ratio before I put them in the radiator. And to go along with having fuel with me and antifreeze or anything else, I carry a pretty long funnel also, just to make life easier. And then back here in the back underneath the bed cover, I carry a few pieces of 2x6 that I can stack up to put underneath the bottle jack if I need to, if I'm in a place where I have to use the jack and it's really low. And then of course, as everyone should, just to be safe, I carry these adjustable dumbbells around in case I get into a situation where some extra muscles might help me. All right, that wraps up everything that's in the bed of the truck. Let's move into the cab of the truck. Okay, it is tight in here. When you live full-time in your RV, your truck is just an extension of your storage. So I'll pull these things out and show you, but I'll just show you how we store it in here. So underneath the driver's side of the back seat, we have some extra dog leashes. You never know when you're going to forget your dog leash and you might need these in an emergency. We have a jump pack for the battery, even though we have jumper cables. We have 2 fire extinguishers that we keep under the back seat, and I have a rechargeable air pump. So I'll show you what these things look like. Okay, on the jump pack for the truck, I went with the Noco Boost X GBX75. When I went to buy one of these things, I realized you have to buy one that's capable of jumping the size motor that you have. So I decided this was the best trade-off for price and size for our Super Duty with the 6.7 diesel. Every month when I go around and do the maintenance on the Airstream, I take these inside and I recharge them because they do get down a little bit over time, and I want to make sure if I ever need it, this thing will actually jump my truck. You can also use this thing as a backup battery, it has an output on it if you need to charge your phone or something too. When I was in there getting the air compressor out, I remember we have another little spare tool set in here that has really one of everything that you might need. All right, here's the battery powered air pump. I've had to use this thing several times and it really does work. It's the same situation as the 12-volt one where you just set the PSI that you want and it'll just pump it up until it stops. I would say if you have to pump up all 4 of your tires on your tow vehicle or on your trailer, this isn't going to cut it. So it's good to have the backup solution with the 12-volt powered one, but this can top you off in a pinch. All right, over here on the passenger side of the back seat, we carry emergency poop bags for the dogs. We carry a first aid kit, has all the basics that you might need. We carry an extra blanket back here. That's really like we use it when we're out at a picnic or a park or whatever, but you could probably consider that an emergency supply. And then we carry a soft-sided cooler back here that we keep water in case we're out walking the dogs, they need water, or we just need more water. And then I didn't even realize, but it looks like under this seat, we carry yet another first aid kit. All right, let's see what we got in the front. All right, here in the glove compartment, we carry an extra battery powered light. These are pretty cool. They put off a pretty good amount of light. You can't tell because it's light outside. I carry a code scanner in case we get a check engine light on the truck. I can start to diagnose what that is. We carry the owner's manual, of course. We carry a flashlight here in the glove compartment. And we carry this key which allows you to lower the spare tire on the F-250. If you didn't know, you need this key to lower the spare tire. You'd be in bad luck if you lose that thing. You ever notice how once you take everything out of your glove compartment, it's impossible to get it back in? Or maybe it's just me. What in the world? There we go. Oh my goodness. It's a disaster. We got it. And this is trash. All right, let's check the center console. All right, I consider this an emergency supply. This is our TPMS monitoring system for the truck. Every tire on the truck and every tire on the trailer has a sensor on the valve stem. When we're towing, we turn this thing on. It talks to all the sensors and it sends us an alert on our phone, assuming we remember to open the app, telling us if one of our tire pressure is getting too low, too high, or if the temperature of the tire is changing too rapidly, telling us we're about to have a blowout. Got a knife, got a multi-tool, got another multi-tool, got a Swiss Army knife, got a tire pressure gauge, got another bungee cord. Have an even higher quality tire pressure gauge. Love this thing. If you get this, just remember to take the battery out when you're not using it or it will set itself off and wear the battery down. I don't think I realized how many emergency supplies we have in this console. We have another pair of gloves. We have a bleed control kit. We have another first aid container. We have a headlamp. We got some COVID masks. We have another lifetime supply of face masks. I think I'm gonna talk to Blakely about this one. This does not need to be in here. Got a way to clean your hands after you change a tire. We have a lighter. We've got some heavy duty zip ties. Another flashlight. Actually works. We have a miniature Lysol. And I absolutely saved the best for last. We have something so ridiculous. It was given to us as a gag joke and we've never used it. It's called the Travel John. Supposedly in an emergency, you can somehow use the bathroom in this thing. I can't imagine a scenario where I would be so desperate to go to the bathroom that I'll be willing to try to use this thing. I can't. All right, that about sums it up. Of course, we do have more first aid kits inside the camper. And of course, we have a fire extinguisher inside the camper too. Let me know what you think about what we've got. Let me know if there's something that we missed. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you go. Have a good day.